pool with the team. How's Liquid looking going up against, in my opinion, the best team in the world in NAVI? Bit, IEM, and Wonderful to start at the A bomb site. Alexi and JL playing over in Banana. They're going to be challenged by JKS and Yikinder.
JL off first, trying to take everybody down in Banana, but unable to land a single shot until this point as Yikinder will fall around the corner. JL's got a second, and JL is not looking to stop anytime soon. There isn't a fight going down in the apartments, and it's between Bit and Twists, two of the most mechanically gifted players on the planet, and Twist will win that fight with the Glock.
Ooh, and even actually moves out a little bit as well. I thought maybe the sound QC try and pressure him. Defense is split. IEM's gonna have to peek down middle. There's one more over in lane, and they both win their fights. IEM and Wonderful step up to the plate as Liquid try and call an audible in the mid-round, and they get stuffed.
Yeah, most of these fights, just there's no competition there. Team Liquid losing 4 members very quickly. The only player getting anything done is Twist in the apartments, but most of the lovely shots coming in from NAVI.
Yeah, Banana fight was a little bit ugly. I'm not going to lie to you there. JL like just kind of spamming that USP, not even really aiming it, you know, back behind the boards.
But eventually got some nice shots.
Eventually settled down and hit him, but the fact that he was able to kind of do that, you know, is also a little worrying.
All right, NAF has got another one here on IEM.
Oh yeah, you're gonna call this as something that you want to get into. You're gonna turn this into a round in a cast.
No,
okay.
Not quite yet. Not quite yet.
No, you take it away, Dinko.
All right, I will. NAF's gonna give us something.
He's gonna walk through all mid and up the stairs over into the halls. 20 seconds left. Is there a world in which Navi says, "Oh, look, nobody's here. Let's walk down mid"?
Okay, I am going to cast this one, Jason, because he's got an empty A side at the moment, so they could get a bomb plant here and nothing else. And they actually are going to give him a bomb plant. Oh, God. All right. NAF's got a plant, but getting off of the plant.
Well, Wonderful is going to shut him.
No,
they thought it was B.
They thought it was B. Oh, my God. They thought it was B, and a headshot comes in. Wonderful dives down, knife out. They were going to the B bomb site. Alexi B and JL are coming back. And NAF now with a 1 versus 2. He's sitting inside of the site just waiting for these 2 remaining NAVI players to finally appear. And because they had so long to run, they're making so much noise coming in through short. And NAF, the Canadian, looks to stand tall, but JL flies through the sky to close it. Wow, that really did turn into something.
as if that's the way it ends as well. After all that, it's JL, a jumping reaction shot. Swings that Glock around in midair, and Navi...
That was a messy pistol.
Yeah, and I mean, you have to say, Navi is going to be bummed that they let the plant go down, obviously, but the fact they come out with that with a victory, there's probably a certain sigh of relief going on down the line in the Navi camp.
The fact they thought it was B as well is just brilliant. Wonderful just dives out. Rude surprise as NAF is just staring right at him. But they'll celebrate it.
That might be a short-lived celebration. There's an AK-47 picked up on NAF. There's a Galil on Ultimate, Mac-10s, Tech-9, and Utility on the other 3 players. So Liquid's coming into this with some strength behind the buy. And already Bit's calling it out. They have weapons.
Well, the bomb charging through the balcony. And it's JKS straight into the site. Bit was completely blinded and unable to really get involved.
This is the round. I think you have to save if you're Navi.
Too many smokes up, too far away. And JL wins the fight at range against Yikinder, but yeah.
I mean, look, you're going to take it if you're Liquid. You'd obviously like to have a few more kills to force some rebuys, but, you know, next round is going to be essentially the same buy up against each other head-to-head. But Navi got the feeling that a lot of that pressure was... I think when Bit peeked on mid, he saw 2 players, one deep, one Tech-9 or Mac-10 close up along the bench. And they never had any information that that Halls play was coming in so fast.
Back and forth to kick off this map. 1-1 already, and yeah, I'm enjoying the entertainment value we're getting out of the first 2 rounds at least.
Sure. I want to see Bit caught a flashbang as well as he jumped back into the bomb.
He was blind for a long time.
Yeah, JKS had all the time in the world. Yeah, just popped right above the halls. Bit had no chance. Good utility from Yikinder. So 1-1. And you know what? Losing the second round sucks. It doesn't suck nearly as much when you're able to save 4 weapons in the way that Navi did.
True. You just come right back and do it again.
It's a funny juxtaposition just hearing from JL in the pregame interview of, you know, when Frey asked him for a word that describes Liquid and he said they finished late. Was his description.
And then we're just watching these rounds end instantly.
And then it's just a full-blown rush out Halls. And now right up mid, and Wonderful going to sink back. So brackets control over to Team Liquid with 1 minute and 20 seconds left on the clock.
NAVI will have expectations of making that best-of-5 final here in Rio. I heard JLA talking about it, and obviously a big step towards that if you get through this game into the playoffs straight away.
Liquid's lined up like they wanted to turn this into a mid to B split, but that next smoke, they never took the step around the corner, so that next smoke actually delays things, and it might just turn it into a standard B hit with a lurk.
Well, JL does get spotted. He's got info of his own as he drops back, and Ima coming over to help him.
Yeah, no smoke, no Molotov. Same on Ima, just the one flashbang.
Oh, that's not a lot of utility to defend what is going to be a Team Liquid hit. The smoke goes down. I'll hold them back for now. Couple of pieces litter the floor, and they're picked up by Ima, but now it's flashes.
If this is clean from Liquid, it'll be another save from Navi. They won't even attempt it. Smoke going to be broken open. There's the God Flash coming in. Yukinder blind, stopped in his tracks, but through the smoke, they spam one down. That little MP9 that could. Alexi's got another tons of damage, and Yukinder's got to back away. He's got 4 health, and he realized he was in danger the second he turned that corner. Yeah,
good decision to come back. If he had continued going forward, Alexi almost surely would have got that kill. But a 3v3 damaged Yukinder. And Navi are thinking about going for this one. They're staying committed for the time being, but they have no utility and no kits. And surely now they start to back away as they don't get any opportunities from Team Liquid players. It turns into a 2-1 scoreline for the T side of Team Liquid.
The winning play might have actually been Yukinder just calling it off and falling back into the smoke,
like it,
right?
yeah.
If they get that kill on him with 4 HP, then they're going for a 3-on-2 for sure. So Liquid trading their way into the B bomb site, even though it got a little sketchy, they make things work. It's 2-1 as they grab a lead, but still weapons to fight with on the Navi side, and still cash to get some weapons on Ima and JL beside them as well.
I think we've just been getting more and more confident and excited around the prospect of Ultimate as an AWPer in this Team Liquid squad. I think so many years there's been a problem for Team Liquid of just not having an actual role AWPer that can stand with the rest of the world.
They really never have.
Yeah, exactly. And so now they've got Ultimate. We're really excited about the prospect of this organization finally having an AWPer.
From the most unlikely of places as well.
Yeah.
The guy we knew nothing about versus OC, who had showed potential in Tier 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Kusta, who had shown potential. Simple being brought in. JDM, long-time AWPer.
But he was in the Pasha gaming camp in the mountains.
That's where it comes from.
He's a man full of testosterone and AWPing ability. We have got a bit of a weak round here for Navi, but they can often be secretly potent.
Yep, NAV calling out right now. One's pushed towards stairs. At least one. Signals to JKS and Twist. They can take a deeper angle in middle, as the resources probably aren't there to stop them. Navi's going to continue forward on this timing and just clear everything out. Doesn't look like anyone's aware of the possibility.
Oh,
well,
that timing's that's something.
Yeah, but this flank takes so long to like come into fruition that for now.
Oh, he could just go through the underpass and get in behind them, couldn't he? That is a possibility.
And great call from Navi as well. They just smoked off the B bomb, so that's Bit making his play, and Alexi's saying, all right, we play the stall game. We stall them out for a little bit.
Oh, Twist coming back, making a lot of noise. Bit could just take Twist down here. It's Ima to go down first. Bit to trade out on Twists. And now they know Bit's positioning.
Yeah, but he saw Twist running up middle, and they got a kill up middle. So they don't realize the end game is at the B bomb site. They don't have that information. The stack has been broken up, and Liquid get a waltz in for free. They've somehow made it work. And now Bit's even known on the flank yet again. NAF was going to go commit himself to the B bomb site. Comes back. The fight doesn't go his way to start, but he's got some relative safety.
Bit picking up information actually worked against Navi to an extent, but with that headshot from Alexi being ultimate, it is now a numbers game with Navi ahead on it, but JL's still only got a USP, but he gets in behind, he creeps in behind, but Yukinder turns and survives on 2 HP. Bit falls in banana, and it is a 3rd round for Liquid. These rounds are all over the place, but Team Liquid coming up trumps.
And really tense. Navi didn't buy up around those 3 saved weapons in the previous as well, so they've got a really strong buy across all 5 players coming into this one. It's going to be a very nice investment for the CT side. Yeah, round got a little awkward. But NAF and Yukinder able to close it out. First time out is used by Navi as they talk things over. haven't enjoyed how things have gone since the pistol round, and realistically, they probably didn't enjoy the pistol round too much either.
Yeah, not a whole lot to enjoy at the moment for NAVI, and so Blade won't get on the mic. I was very interested to hear a point brought up on the desk from Josh Steele, who was saying, you know, it'd be great to see if Liquid got the AWP into Ultimate's hands a lot more, right? It didn't let him let him get onto the MP9, let him get the AWP out as often as possible, and see how that would change the game for Team Liquid.
Yeah. I mean, obviously it'd be great, especially knowing how much impact Ultimate has. I would think in today's Counter-Strike, that's not always the easiest thing to do. You have to be able to win some low buys. You have to take those risks at different points. He had the AWP heading into this round and sold it back to pick up an AK-47. And obviously, as we know as well, plenty of AWPers choose to kind of go away from the weapon on the T side of Inferno.
That can be quite an uncomfortable set of circumstances. And Yekindar, oh, not enjoying that.
Yeah, that smoke wasn't even blown open. That was just JL being like, yeah, I'll send some feelers through.
Yeah, poor Yekindar.
Good timing, though, because now Navi get a fall back. Ima's going to be here to shore up this defense. Third player, and he's going to be in position to help slow down this Hulls hit.
Ooh, flash goes up, wonderful. Ready to take Twist out, and it's worked out very well here so far from Navi. Eventually, the first kill of the round comes back for Team Liquid as JKS to grab it.
Yeah, but bombs in middle. Bombs in middle, and JKS can't hold on. So Ultimate with that bomb is going to come in very, very late with nothing to do.
He'll come close towards short, but just so many targets. And they'll all be fixated upon him the second one bullet leaves that AK. You'd have to fight bit in the pit, and that he can't get past the first obstacle. So it ends up being the second round for Navi, finally able to get a decent purchase out across every player, and they take the round victory.
Yeah, and a very clean win as well, which is going to be great. Upgrade to an AK-47, 4 players survive. This is how it started. Yeah, he was just doing a little testing shot. Nate didn't go deep enough, but other than that, Navi handles business. Out of the timeout, Blade's got another W after he pauses the action.
Bit getting into the apartments early. He's going for a second mid-peak, but JKS is standing there ready to just shred him. Bit gets the info, but just loses his life. JL's turning banana.
Well, now we get to see how Navi actually work this in a disadvantaged situation in the 4-on-5. In the 5-on-5 previously, we've seen them take control of banana, get a little piece of aggression, have control, have information, and rotate an extra player back. They've just done that now. But they might have to cheat it back to the B bomb site at the slightest provocation from Team Liquid later in the round. Over a minute still left on the clock. In the smoke.
Yep. Hasn't gone to plan that one.
Although if you're Lexi, you're like, oh shit, guys, they got a brand new waterfall smoke.
Yeah, true. He's pinned behind it.
He's like, is this intentional? What are they gonna? How do they peek this?
A whole lot of mind games involved in that. 45 seconds. Oh, Ima getting taken down by NAF, whose target now becomes wonderful. But he's still got to worry about long, and here comes the Lexi B out of the archway. JKS getting caught. Wonderful getting aggressive. NAF with the second of his round. And with 30 seconds remaining on this clock, the bomb is going back B. And this puts the fight down onto JL.
Yeah, but they think he would have evacuated at this point, right? They don't think he'll be here. It's going to get smoked off. How does JL want to play this? Steps in front, spams away. Now they know the position. I think that's the sign that JL is just going to plan on saving if the smoke break doesn't pan out. And oh boy, it does. I feel like there's a world in which Twist is lined up.
The lineup doesn't happen for JL, and so this round won't for Lexi B.
Naf is so confident in the round that he's back at T-spawn.
And Twist just peeks out, takes Lexi down, so no save even for the Finn. 4 rounds for Team Liquid on the T side. We're starting to build something quite beautiful here at the start of this map for Team Liquid.
I think importantly too, they're keeping so much of there's so much pressure right now on Navi in terms of the economic aspect of the game. Losing that second round, saving guns, buying a weaker gun to supplement the ones you save, doing that a couple of times. And now having to descend to pistols because you still can't really manage to get the strongest buy you'd like. And at some point, we're 7 rounds in.
Yeah, Yeah, and
if
they know.
you're Navi, you want that next one to be perfect.
And Liquid know what they're up against. And Ultimate, you know, it's been said, you know, his teammates have said that he likes to buy a MAC-10 and just send himself up banana. And that's what he's capable of. He just sprints up, he gets 2 entries, wasn't anticipating the 3rd, and ends up going down eventually. But Team Liquid break through.
Dude, I wonder if Twist heard that interview from JL and was just like, oh, you think we finished late? I'll show you.
I'll show you finishing early.
Yeah. We're going to rush A halls. We're going to rush banana.
So, most people's specialty.
And it's just, yeah, this is Navi's really struggling to get a grip. I don't think Blade's going to want to use a second timeout this early in the map at all. But you hope there's some conversation. Yeah, this is a fun game as a coach, you can tell. Myther's like, oh, everyone's laughing, telling jokes. Yeah, opening kills are coming our way. This is beautiful. This,
wow.
Yeah.
Ulp's out.
Blade's like, and y'all better work your way out of this mess.
Just death staring everybody.
I got you a win out of a timeout before. This one's on you.
Well, Ultimate's got an AWP, and NAF is going to keep his MAC-10. Let's see how this round shapes up for Team Liquid.
Wonderful as an AWP on the CT side also. Lexi and JL relegated to MP9 so they can get utility for banana.
A little bit of frustration, I'm sure, for Navi to kick things off, and now even more, but Wonderful punishes Ultimate for sticking around, and it is going to work out pretty well for the 1-for-1, but here comes the MAC-10, and it's flying. It's down in the pit already, and Wonderful has to get into the bomb site to defend himself against NAF's aggression.
Really smart play from NAF to apply that pressure, knowing the rifler had already gone down. He's found his way in towards pit. Liquid trying to come out on top, and it's Twist over the top to find Wonderful. Yeah. Yakinder, okay, just spots that. Has the information, and he can come in for a late flank. Yeah,
well, NAF isn't seeing anybody come up short, so you have to be aware that Imma could have went into the apartments instead.
There's no utility for this. There's one kit on Alexi, and
Twist
only a nade.
And he goes back to the ankle. Imma goes down in the apartments. Smoke up in their faces. Twist's repositioning out towards the graveyard, and he'll peek in towards Alexi B, who goes down, and it's just JL who dives his way into the bomb site, and they know where he is. They know, and he's trying to stick around these smokes. And it isn't going to work out too well here for JL in terms of getting the round win, but he wants some damage on the way out here, and he's doing a pretty good job. He's got himself all 3 and an AWP to pick up on the way out. And will he get away? That is the question. Halfway down middle, too much damage done to him, so he is dead. 6 rounds, though, for Team Liquid.
Mither's like, yeah, we'll keep a smile on the face for that one, but I didn't like anything I saw there at the end of that 3v1. Would have been nice to, I mean, that's also an AWP that Ultimate can't afford to rebuy that they've lost there.
And it worked out this.
But this is all NAF. Look how much pressure you apply when you get a MAC-10 out in that position. He's like, okay, the rifle's gone down. Wonderful went for an aggressive peek. He's going to fall back. He just smoked. I have a chance to get out in this smoke. And once that player's out in pit, Alper is just so uncomfortable no matter where he goes. Really good improvised play from NAF and Team Liquid.
Yakinder running around the side of the half wall. JL peeking out from behind the sandbags. It's going to work out pretty well for JL to kick things off. Yakinder's down first. And you need a lot more out of that one rifle.
Yeah, this is the other side of the coin. If you're going to keep up this kind of fast pace, the way you're taking control of different parts of the map, banana, mid, halls, with the very fast early on in the round, Navi can be set up knowing, okay, we got to be ready with the play at, 15, 20 seconds in. And Alexi's already got a flashbang primed to activate JL from behind sandbags.
JKS applying pressure into towards top middle, but as soon as he looks away to check that left side, Bit comes out from Boiler and peeks him with a CZ. Now he's got an upgrade. Navi are up 2 players. 5 versus 3. Team Liquid do not want to let this one slip, and it looks like it's a real possibility at this point. JL now has an AK. He's tossed that M4 over to his teammate, Alexi B, who's up on the boost. Unable to make much from that boost.
I don't mind
go up again.
Yeah, but that's going to be... Oh,
Twist! That flick down is so ridiculous.
I was going to say, Navi goes for this 5-on-3. You can let him in and let him get the bomb planted and play the numbers. But man, Twist had other ideas, and he builds on top. How precise can you be? And almost a 4th. JL's got to back away. Twist is on for the ace at the moment. This is all him. Finally gone down. But he delivered a 7th round to Team Liquid.
I mean, if you're Myther, you're loving that. You're definitely loving that. Watching that unfold, that is so mechanically, ridiculously sick from Twists. I wanted him to get more, to be honest.
Oh, I felt him like building up in for that ace. He gets that kill on JL. He's hunting down that number 5. Speaking of which, 5-round lead. And that's a 3 versus 5 converted for Team Liquid. Yes, it was a Hero M4. However, an AK-47 had been salvaged. And this was a thing of beauty. Open space fight.
Well then.
Second timeout used by NAVI. This is starting to get on their nerves.
Not going to have a lot to play with if this continues. This is sheer domination and done with a lovely pace to it as well. Team Liquid coming in with that quick punch, knocking these NAVI players down.
And it's interesting. Like I'll throw back to that interview with JL ahead of time. I thought it was a lovely question that Fred asked in terms of how much time you have off, how much time do you have to prepare, and obviously from his answers we could tell they've been basically back-to-back-to-back events without a whole lot of time to practice. What time they did have was used to get a little bit of rest and see the family. And when you start going on that kind of a grind as a team, it's these sorts of matches where I think you can really notice kind of that mental edge not being there, because you can get easily frustrated. Instead of working on what the solution is and what we need to change and adapt to stop this from Team Liquid, you're just getting more and more frustrated that what you normally do isn't working. Or you assume that it's going to be a mistake and not the other team's play.
Well, another likely stern timeout from Blade as we head into the 10th round. Let's see if this is a turning point for NAVI.
Miscommunication on which flash was being thrown, so JKS stares right into the light.
Fortunately, no one from NAVI was there to punish.
Liquid have no nades. 2 smokes, a flash, and an HE grenade is all that's left.
Utility being thrown out by Alexi B. And the trajectory of that grenade, NAVI are hoping, make sure that they don't think about Imma's position in the cubby.
It could give away the game though, right? That's a flash you throw if you want to activate that guy for a peek. So that one little flashbang, Liquid might be able to get a read off of that. So Alexi's going to step in front of the smoke to provide support over to Imma.
Now this is more of a late finish from Team Liquid. We're into the final 30 seconds, and Imma just goes out for a dry peek. Alexi B, his support network is down, and Imma, he must fight alone. Flash goes out, JKS gets rid of him, and now JL from the archway, eradicated by Yakindar. Bit on the balcony is Navi's last hope, and he looks to deliver. He gets one until taken out by NAF, and Wonderful is too far away on that B-bomb site. It is an 8th round for Team Liquid, as this T-side does not stop. It just keeps building.
Liquid's knocked Navi off kilter. They've knocked this defense off balance entirely. The pace changes, the fast towards middle, fast towards halls in round 2, fast up banana. Now you go slow. Now you take control quickly and you pause and you wait for the late stage of the round. Navi does not have a good grip on the timings that Team Liquid is working with at the moment. And it's 8 rounds for Liquid's offense on T-side Inferno.
Terrorists win.
Money is obviously a problem for NAVI to consider and try and figure out, but you've got an AWP save for Wonderful. You don't have enough to get full rifles at all, so you're going to probably just see some upgraded pistols and Kevlar here around this AWP.
JKS doesn't have a whole lot of kills in this game, but he's had some pretty impactful rounds. This one obviously being one of them. 2 kills on Rap side. But also you think back to that second round, he was the player leading the way, the rush up in halls to get out into the A bomb site. He's done some good work in this half so far. Double smoke towards Rap side of A.
Up through banana. Team Liquid will walk. Kindar the spearhead of the attack. They did start with 3 players positioned a little bit further towards B, but can't keep that forever, so they send the Deagle in. JL gets a lot of body shot damage, but no kill. Ultimate survives on 14, and now it is just Alexi B left in the B-bomb site, with Imma making a beeline back to him. But that smoke blows open, and Alexi B revealed on the other side of it. Disastrous again for NAVI. A safe call needed. 9 rounds on the board for Team Liquid as we head into the last round of this first half. It has been domination from Team Liquid.
And right now as that bomb gets planted, the conversation from Liquid needs to be, let's go hunt this AWP down. Let's go get it. You have so much money. You've got $11,000 on NAF. You've got 5,000 on Yakinder. A couple other players a little bit busted, but you got plenty of it. And JL there, you could just see the frustration. And I think, again, it's part of like how this entire half has been built upon it for Team Liquid strategically. All those fast paces into the slow pace changes. This round they opened up, throwing pretty quick smokes towards CT Archway, towards Library, showing that if they want to be fast, the utility's in place. And I think Navi's just really struggling to get a grip on where they're targeting on the map.
And Wonderful at least gets away with the most important weapon, the AWP, but it's not like it's done anything. I mean, there's really been nothing done in this half from Navi.
No, but again, not to just, beat a dead horse, but to hit it home one more time, the fast pace, if you're Wonderful, like, is like,
and he's also on the other side of the map to a lot of these hits coming in.
Right, or like go take a pick somewhere, go take an angle, you hit it, you miss, relocate, change your position. That's when the AWP gets deadly on this map, and he's not had the freedom or the time.
Yeah, hasn't been given that playstyle. And Team Liquid are looking to round out this half with double figures on the T side. Now, we have an update for you guys at home, an unfortunate one right at the end of this first half. Steam has gone down, so that usually does spell quite a long timeout, tech issue. So hopefully we will get that one resolved as quickly as possible. Not really in our hands.
Yeah, but it is a nice way to just say, hey guys, if you were thinking of making some popcorn, peanut butter and jelly sandwich, glass of water, now's the time.
Yeah, that would be great. Give me your method for making a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
My method for a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Like, down to the bread, the bread choice. What kind of bread we looking? We looking thick bread, soft bread, white bread, what are we looking at?
I'm personally not too particular about the bread.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, you take one side of the bread and you layer some peanut butter on that, Dinko.
How much peanut butter are we talking? Like a teaspoon, tablespoon?
I don't measure it. After 30-some years of making PB&Js, I have like a really good internal measuring system.
All right, you got enough. Is it crunchy peanut butter?
It's crunchy peanut butter. It's always crunchy peanut butter. And then I throw some red raspberry preserves on there.
Is that like what we call a jam, for example?
Yeah, but I think we have different terminology in our parts because we have jam, jelly, preserves.
Yeah, I know we have preserves too. It's like a stronger, more concentrated jam. Yeah. And it lasts forever.
But yeah, then I throw some of that bad boy on top, and then I close the sandwich and go to town. Now, if you want to get really frisky with it, you can throw it in a frying pan like a grilled cheese.
Lovely.
And grilled PB&J is pretty solid. Just be careful. That peanut butter does get hot.
All right, be careful. That and also heart issues.
Heart issues.
Yeah, with the peanut butter, the fried cheese, or the grilled cheese,
I've never had heart issues, Dinko.
Yeah, I know, but if you eat a lot of them, like Elvis levels.
Sure.
But what's great?
The Elvis sandwich was a little bit different, though. Don't pin the Elvis on me.
Hey, here we are anyway. Last round of this first half, and it actually got solved really quick. So servers back up. And we're heading into the last round of this half. Remember, Team Liquid are in search of a 10th round. The best case scenario here for Navi is 3, which
is not very good, as you well know, Dinko.
It's not very good at all, Jason. I'll tell you that.
Especially considering you won the pistol.
It's not a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
It is not. There's those smokes towards Rap side. One missed, I believe, so it's a little bit more out in the open. Kinder's going to break the smoke. Bottom of Banana, but blinded at the worst moment, so couldn't see what was on the other side. A little bit of spam comes back down through. Little love tap.
Kindar, he knows it's part of the job. He's going to get battered. He's going to get bruised at the start of these rounds.
Liquid want to force back the B defense before they do anything elsewhere on the map. Yakinder clears things out. Molotov to cover his advance to the half wall. Good nade. Goes too deep.
They are back in the B bomb side. They're not actively gathering information about top Banana rather. Wonderful. Around the corner at short. Ultimate has his sniper for the last round of this first half. Twist just goes into the open. Wonderful goes back, but he can't stop Ultimate. The sniper trades him out. Imma steps up, and it's Bit and Imma who stand together to try and hold on for a 3rd round of this half for Navi. They're going to do very well and take down this Team Liquid attack, leaving just NAF in a 1 versus 4. It was an incredible T-side showing from Team Liquid, and it allows them to leave this half with their heads held high and a scoreline of 9-3. A lot of work to do for NAVI. It's got to begin with the first step, and that comes up in the second half. Absolute domination from Team Liquid. So much for NAVI to do here in the second half. It was just visions of them getting increasingly frustrated despite attempting so many different things after the timeouts. Just none of it worked. None of it clicked for NAVI, Jason.
On the reverse side of things, everything worked for Liquid. Fast pace really worked well to open things up, and it kind of primed Na'Vi to be susceptible to the slow late round plays that JL had said they expected coming into this matchup. Liquid just worked through every single obstacle. 9-3 lead. It begins with the pistol round for Na'Vi just to buy themselves some breathing space.
A lot of utility here for Alexi. Wonderful has a smoke. Let's see what idea that Na'Vi have to cook here. JKS is going to make his way down middle. He's not alone. He's got Twist with him, and they are going to silently sneak with Ultimate just peeking for them and spotting out on T-Stars, keeping them pinned back. And they get real deep down middle. Now JKS strikes in behind. Twist gets the second. Bit goes down, and JL in a fight in Banana. He will not win, but Imma has taken out 3 players on his own. He has gotten off. He's somehow into a 2v2.
Oh, I swear to God, these mid pushes, I feel like no matter how much success you have, they're always just so tenuous. And Alexi, Gush and kill, and Liquid's got to be scratching their heads. How are we in this situation?
After such great opening kills from Liquid, they suddenly find themselves in a 2v1. And it's NAF about to get peeked in from behind as well. Alexi B coming up, but NAF gets around the corner.
That's actually so insane he gets around that corner. Alexi's coming up for him anyways.
Yeah. No matter where he goes, he's not safe. Emma clearing mid. Just wondering where the hell is NAF?
Emma might have just won this round for Navi. The 3 kills already. NAF and Boiler, there's the spot. Oh, he needs to get aggressive on that kill. He needs to get aggressive on it, and now he's spotted both. He wants Emma. He wants him so bad, but oh! Get one more through the smoke. Emma so very low, and NAF putting this clutch together.
Oh, and he knows. He knows he's going to go back B. He knows, so he's running that way. NAF is sprinting through the archway to try and get back in time. Emma thinks he's going to fly through Banana, but NAF is already here. He spots the cross. He sees Emma get towards the site, and that bomb plant is in. Emma's now looking towards CT, but he's so low, and NAF with a 1v2. I can't believe he pulled that one off. That shot in Alexi down middle is pure filth, and then he's able to close it on Emma on the rotate over.
NAF's got to be the best clutcher that North America's ever produced. This dude is a freak, and that's a very long, extended clutch in which he's playing with essentially no information whatsoever.
That's going to be so frustrating for Alexi. It's like, yeah, smoke's up, I'm going to jump out. Nope, as soon as he jumps, his head just gets ripped off.
I'm amazed NAF put that clutch together. 10-3. And that's just a good example. You mentioned everything going wrong for Navi. I mentioned everything going right for Liquid, and it just happens again.
You got to give some credit to Emma being able to pull it back into a winnable scenario, a favorable scenario for Navi, but it wasn't even enough. And JL, he's gone into Banana. He's come out with 10 health left. And Emma about to put some pressure at top mid, but he's eradicated, and they line up. Ultimate's MP9 takes 2 Navi players out instantly, and they get nothing.
Oh, good kill, and here's poor JL coming up after the Molotov and nade combo and Banana earlier. No HP. Yakinder gonna finish what he started. 11-3.
It's a pretty easy day at the office for Mither, isn't it? Just hanging out, hanging around.
Yeah.
Getting to watch some great Counter-Strike being played right in front of his face.
Enjoy them. There's not many of those as a coach.
Yeah.
You got to have fun while they last.
On the Team Liquid jersey. And
Hey, don't be doing that now. Don't be doing that now. It's a little too early for that. Come on now, Dinko.
No, just old Deegs here for Navi. Deco. I mean, they've used their timeouts, they've had their chances, and Blades got on the mic multiple times, and Navi just haven't been able to turn it around at all at any point. There's not been a patch of form. Good shot from Bit.
Don't do it. That's not needed. Okay, there's the swing. Ultimate's brought low, but has a kill. Bomb is spotted in alt mid for the moment. But Navi's starting to move to punish this push from Yakinder. Frozen in space, and he wants nothing to do with it any longer. Backs off just as Emo pops up. M4 has been recovered on Alexi.
Oh, lovely lineup. NAF will take that. Emma, suddenly the only player left with a 1v4, and he's stuck at the stairs. They won't let it go. NAF will close that round, and we're now at map point on Inferno for Team Liquid.
Yeah, happened oh so quickly.
Dust2 up next.
9 chances.
Map pick of Navi coming up next on Dust2. But with the way that Team Liquid are playing and the shots that they're hitting, you know, Dust2 feels like it could be a little dangerous too.
Absolutely.
No, Moto's good. It's a good counter to the...
Might be the only gun round Navi get to play in the second half. Ultimate boosted up over the smoke, asking for it again, sees the jump back, and now, yeah.
That's going to be frustrating because you just couldn't get on the boost, and you know if you did, you would have probably had a kill. Oh, Yakinder He goes down low.
Yeah, it's worth it though to get the space and to get the smoke down at the half wall as well. He's taking control of top banana. Him and Naf working in tandem. And Ultimate still investigating the map, willing to take risks.
He's always thinking about a peek.
Navi content to slow play this for the moment. Smoke and Molly on Naf, and they're holding it for as long as humanly possible. And a third player, Twist, has just arrived to deploy his own smoke to stall this out from CT spawn. Wonderful will call out that trajectory. Does that give Navi enough information to go elsewhere? They will not expect this follow-up smoke from Naf.
Three-player setup for Team Liquid, designed to break apart Navi's attempts at getting through the defenses in 20 seconds. That's all they've got to do it. Yakindar gets the first kill. Wonderful's down. Twist still at second oranges. Impactful on his peak. Imma doing well, but he's run out of ammo. Goes to the pistol instead and now has to plant. Now has to get that bomb down. And Ultimate's on the chase. Down. Bits running back out through banana. He'll get away. He'll get around the corner.
In front of the half wall.
And his ultimate going to be ready for this.
It's a tough angle.
Definitely is for the AWPer. He hugs the right wall. He gets around the corner, but Bit takes his head off. And with JKS at bottom mid, it's just a lot of ground to make up here, and he knows Bit's got banana covered, so...
And he wants that AWP, though. He wants that AWP, so he's going to stick around, wait for the bomb explosion. Maybe the bomb blows the AWP out to his feet. Maybe he's able to eliminate Bit, who's running away from the blast, and pick up the AWP in that way. Tough round for Na'Vi to convert, but they obviously do manage it. I thought Liquid had done enough. Ooh, nade to get some of the damage as the bomb explodes. Softens him up. There's the first and the second. Nicely done from JKS. Even in a loss, that's a beautiful sequence. Money is really, really gross for Na'Vi out of a victory.
Yeah, that sucks for Na'Vi. Fantastic for Liquid. But Imma, once again, just crazy multi-kills from Imma. Obviously had the element of distraction being set up, but yeah, good double.
Yakinder ran out of ammunition as well. But I mean, when it comes in between, there's a couple weird things with utility. That smoke that Naf throws right at the end is really hard for Na'Vi to get through. Naf throws the follow-up Molotov, tries to get up behind it, so they run through the smoke into the flames, misses it. It gets extinguished immediately. Na'Vi themselves try and throw a Molotov back towards new boxes to flush one player out, and that misses and falls short. Like, with all those mistakes back and forth, I'm just surprised that Na'Vi was able to break through the three-man stack. As you mentioned, it's all Imma in those trades. It's a lot of chip damage being dished out by Team Liquid just at this most basic banana control.
Gonna be too happy about the timing on that. Okay, JL, that is so sick. He's able to get away with that. Wonderful dies through the wood, though. Ultimate. So accurate.
And good for a repeat as well. He wanted more.
He knows JL's close.
Can he hit the flick on the jump?
Does JL even risk jumping? Naf's got Archway covered. He just wallbanged him, Jason.
Yeah, he did.
He just wallbanged JL. Well, that gets...
And Imma, I think, lost track of exactly where he was. He let half of his body get exposed to Arch. There's the flash for the peak from Naf. He gets blinded, but it equally dissuades.
Well, there's a follow-up flash going in too, isn't there? Well, Bit, he's got to fight into the pit, and he'll lose his life to JKS. Now, Naf is still standing at library. He looks to silence them, and Naf will certainly do that on towards Imma. Alexi, the last remaining player left, and there's no time for this. 15 seconds. He'll do what he can to sprint on over, but even if he has enough time to get into the site, Ultimate's ready to stop the cross, and yeah, it's just not going to happen. 13-4. What an opening map from Team Liquid. They've come to Rio with attitude, and they take down the world number one, 13-4 on map 1 of this series. One of the best Counter-Strike maps ever created.
Strong finish, Dinko. You nailed the timing. Absolutely perfect. We've got dualies on Ultimate. We've got Smoke Flash across Naf and Twists for Team Liquid's defensive side of things. Wonderful takes a bullet to the forehead right out of the gate. Another one to the kneecap, so he's down at 6 HP. He's like, can we restart one more time?
I want to. Yeah, can we do it again?
One more, please.
But no, damage is done now. He took an arrow to the knee. He once was an adventurer, but no longer.
And I mean, the bummer is he just kind of has to turn into a little lurk. You're not going to want to get involved in any action. He's going to have to try and win a fight with his brain, find a good timing. Nav tapping through the smoke. That lurk smoke makes him nervous. Nothing coming through it just yet. Here's the utility, but it's a fake, and it's causing a shift. It's causing a slide from Ultimate, who gets caught out in the open. Still comes out on top with the dualies. He's got backup on Catwalk, but it's not there in time. And JKS, you're gonna get double gushed, and these USPs are not landing the headshots they need. And NAVI have found an avenue up Catwalk into the A-bomb site.
Twist and Nav think about coming through the double doors, and they think about it, but there's no more thoughts as their heads no longer exist as JL gets a double, and that is a much more convincing start from NAVI.
Yeah, a nice fake. I don't think it actually caused a whole lot of problems. You could see it started to shift, but nobody seemed out of position. It might have made it a little chaotic for Liquid players when they got into fights they did not expect at this point because they were believing it was going to be a B exec. Regardless, the fake does just enough to give NAVI the advantage. Another pistol round victory. Now this happened on Inferno, and they lost the second, so need to be extremely cautious here in round 2 of Dust2. Nade's a little bit late, so no damage done. And Bid has control of long A. Liquid do not have information on numbers.
Ooh. Twist not going to be too happy about the start of this round, and Ultimate getting a tag off, but unfortunately unable to capitalize and get a kill.
Yeah, it's a bummer. That's the fight that Twist and Ultimate wanted. Get a couple tags through that door crack, through the door itself, clean each other's tags up as we go along, but both of them caught out in the open with nowhere to fall back to. So Yikinder, JKS, NAF save these weapons, and it's 2-0 for NAVI.
None of the shenanigans we had on Inferno. You know, none of the pistol antics that went down with the NAV clutch and all the craziness that was involved in that. Just nice, normal rounds of Counter-Strike. And NAVI finally get some room to breathe.
Oh, looks like they're going to hunt this down.
Yeah, try and get rid of those Deegs and Kevlar, and it's going to work out to remove NAF. No, okay. Yep, that's one way of doing it. Expose him up, but ends up getting domed by Yikinder and then finished off. So they do get rid of everything, so Liquid have nothing to play with in the next.
Yeah, they do lose an AK-47 in NAVI. Him is going to have to rebuy that.
But he has a little chuckle to himself as he knows the shot he just hit was a little BS.
Little silly.
Well, Wonderful's gone to a scout. Really could be very effective against these unarmored opponents, and you can finish them off with that MAC-10 if you want, Bit. So a great chance here to build some money. A stable start for NAVI. And they coming in, okay.
He's not laughing now, is he?
No, definitely not laughing. He has no face.
Yikinder wants another crack at it.
Wonderful's trying to get the AK for a second and realizes, nope. Not going to be too easy, but eventually gets that AK into his hands. Bit's going to be beside him at top mid. And a flash plate could have been very effective, but Bit able to take JKS out.
Yeah, flash was perfect, but unfortunately, there's only so much you can do with just USPs. So NAVI going to be marching to a third round victory. A little late crunch here in middle, but utility and AKs protect NAVI just fine.
Well, the ultimate challenge is the Zeus kill here, but not going to happen. JL will clear him out of the corner, and that'll end up being a 3-0 start here for NAVI. Money finally in the bank, enough for Team Liquid.
Wait, I'll kill him.
Side, hey, Goose, Goose!
What the fuck?
I'm peeking.
Goose. AK Tetris.
Nice,
Nice.
nice.
Tetris.
Have, okay.
Lol.
Let's fucking go, Micha. Fucking perfect round.
Lol.
That was a perfect round, Jason.
And then the next round, he gave a nice shot over to Yikinder.
Yep, he did.
Who domed him all the way from mid-double doors.
Blasted him.
Lol.
AWP for Ultimate. Didn't get to see a whole lot of it because obviously not wanting to use it on the T side of Inferno, and then we didn't get many CT rounds from Team Liquid. So yeah, pressure into towards this B-bomb side is going to be Twist to stop Ima. And NAF, well, it's heating up. He just got a grenade to the face as well. And eventually the Canadian will burn where he stands. Now, Ultimate has landed that shot. It's not enough damage to bring down Bit, but he's waiting for that double dip. Eventually, Bit should round the corner, but not going to be. So Ultimate, just ever patient.
Really well done already from Team Liquid just to stop that very fast-paced B hit. That could have easily caught them off guard. Good kill from Twist to buy NAF some time to get him back in the action. And JKS going to start shrinking the map a little bit. Peeking out the double doors, seeing it's clear, going to make his move. Alexi.
Oh, and it's not alone because he's got this play coming in as well down the B ramp, but JKS now coming around the backside, has just seen them walk through those mid doors. That's so much information being picked up. And that's going to be a beautiful headshot, wonderful taken out, and Alexi now alone. JKS sees him, knows he's got him pinned.
Yeah, but it's actually pretty important that JKS doesn't die here. Okay, nice kill. Get yourself an AK-47 for your troubles, a little extra utility. It's 3-1. And Liquid get through that first gun round with only one player falling. They even picked up a double up setup, which we see from time to time. Twist is proficient with the weapon. NAF as well. Solid offer. Nothing special, but you know.
You know, he can hit some shots.
Yeah, he's going to give you some good kills.
Let's see what Twist can do with it then. Wonderful. He wishes he had an AWP. Team Liquid have 2 of them, and he only has a scout.
And one of them's his.
That's depressing. Well, oh, what? Must have just moved his head at the right time there, Rima. Dodges the bullet.
It did look like he was passing out a haircut there.
Yeah.
Well, they don't get the kill up middle from that peak of Ultimate, but they do get Yakinder clearing out Upper Dark at the moment. So decision to make for NAF. Instead of pushing forward to join with Yakinder, he's going to go all the way back towards middle. So Liquid's going to have a very nice stack. They know everything that's happening on this map. We're seeing that smoke become more and more popular. Okay, committed to the sprays, JKS. Good damage onto Ema, but going down is not going to make you happy. There's the cross smoke put up from NAVI. Plenty of counter utility for the Team Liquid side. Problem is this double up. Oddly enough, at this point, it does feel like it becomes a bit of an issue.
The burden. But perhaps NAF.
He never saw the players close.
Well, that flash, make sure they can't see him, but he gets blinded. He's forced back into the corner of Goose, but he is the gooseneck, and he is breaking NAVI completely. It's 2 kills from NAF. His teammate Ultimate goes down in the site, and the like CP, that is an essential kill to find. NAF removed, Twists at Gandalf with his staff. They need a BMP ready to strike. No one peeking, no one showing. And the ball will go down. LXCP and JL looking to round out this 2v2 as Kindar gets ever closer. He's going to deal with the threat of JL from Car as well. And now Twist, this just looks too difficult with the AWP.
Yeah, he needs to back out and save it. Drop down towards CT and just run.
Well, that's exactly what he's done. Well, minus the running bit.
Well, he did just break his ankle on that drop.
Yeah,
so
that's true. Well, he's healed up nicely.
Catch his breath.
He's got those Deadpool genes. And he will attempt to save the AWP.
Man, Liquid's going to be really bummed they lost that round. They had all the information. They had everything they knew what was coming. And still couldn't contain things. 4 defenders at that A bomb site. Yeah, JKS takes the peek and goes down early. Thought he had a kill on Ema. NAF's the only one who's able to produce anything with his double kill from Goose.
Well, at least Team Liquid still have a very good buy, right? They'll have the AWP out the 1 this time, rather than the double, and 2 kits. Take note of who has those. JKS and Twists. And a good start to the round here from Wonderful. Damage being dealt out to NAF, who's down to 27 as he attempts the cross.
He also only has 1 smoke, so he's trying to hold on to it. Timing is everything when he decides to pop up. Could have 2 free kills. There's the first on Ema, and JL trying to keep him pinned down, but that's an awkward fight. Upshot and miss. JL's won his battle. Ultimate under so much pressure. Can't go forward, can't go backward, so he calls JKS in for some help. Who gets a double in mid.
That's so sick. JL, though, nice. Relocation of the crosshair to the head of Ultimate on the right side. JKS is so low. He wishes JL was a little lower. That grenade would have been perfect. But JL Still has over half of his health left. Navi have the bomb down on the B site, and we know how difficult it can be to retake this B bomb site the best of times. So let's see what JKS and Yakindar can muster in this situation.
Yeah, do you go for it? I almost thought they would pick up an AWP and just bail out. Yakindar can drop.
No, they seem to still have their eyes set on this with the flash getting set up from JKS at range. Yakindar is the player with health, so he would have to send himself through the window, and they just don't get the opportunity. So grab the AWP, retreat to safety, and this will end up being a 5th round for Navi. 5-1 start for Navi. Considering they only won 4 rounds in Inferno, it just feels like a different vibe completely.
Yeah, it does. There's been a reset between the maps for sure. You can feel it inside the server. You got to give credit to JL too. That fight against NAF, that must have been a banger of a shot as NAF popped his head up, because JL's frozen out in the open. Yeah, right here. Ooh. Yeah, just a 1-tap as well. Filthy. We saw the first gun round, they tried like a really quick pop into the B bomb site really early in the round. Here, they're more than happy to challenge with 2 people. IMA and JL just kind of walking through tunnels and taking the risk. Showing that they're willing to apply pressure to that B bomb site very early on, where teams sometimes just have 1 player there. Sometimes they just throw the utility and back off. Navi's saying, if you're going to do that, we're going to be willing to test and see what's on the other side of it.
We just keep getting buys here. Team Liquid at least, something. Emma charging out, attempting to be the first. And he was the first to die. Yakindar makes sure that Bit is the second. And it's a great start of the round here for Team Liquid.
He's going through.
Oh my god.
Oh, and he hears all the footsteps as well. I love it.
So good.
Yakindar's just outplayed them entirely. 2 kills. He's got an early wraparound. He's going to get at least 1 more.
I love this from Yakindar. He's got that extra. Took a while.
Well, I know that feeling. I'm like, I've lined up a headshot here.
And oh shit.
Shoulder blade.
Yes, well, Yakindar's killing everybody. It's just JL left alone.
Okay, well, this round ended quickly.
Yeah. Just one of those rounds that really never started for Navi. And JL will cower in the corner.
Because they have a losing bonus that's built up to its full capacity for Team Liquid, and because the rounds they win...
Ace.
Oh, that's a beautiful ace from Yakindar. Yeah, well done. The rounds that Liquid have won have been with 4 players surviving. So, oddly enough, like, money hasn't been a huge problem for them despite the fact that they've been losing so much. It's been stopping, obviously, what Navi's bringing into it. That's an obvious statement. But it's just Liquid. Your problems aren't, like, not having the resources to fight with at the moment. It's Navi outplaying you. Let's see if that win, if that ace from Yakindar gets him fired up, starts to reverse their fortunes.
You want more of that smoke Bit? I don't think so. Just gonna hide behind it long. And it's down to pistols for Navi in an instant. They'll save the leftover cash for the next, and that is a blistering Deagle headshot from Imma.
Okay, Naden towards lower dark, as well as information that Liquid's defense is playing up on Catwalk.
Imma underneath Yakindar's gaze, and ooh, doing a lot of damage with this Deagle. It's another one from Imma. JKS cleaning up his team though, but Imma's Deagle doesn't stop. 3rd kill of the round, AK picked up, but now it's all Imma. With 1 minute left, he's got the bomb, and he's got an open pathway to the B bomb site.
AK-47 in hand, but he's got no armor to speak of. So let's watch for that aim punch. Twist is shifting over just now, hustling to get over to the B bomb site. Imma, headshot angle, slight gap, had a chance at it, and Twist is going to play things safe.
Goes to the window. Peeks straight away, and Twist is quick to the headshot on Imma. Decent work though from Imma, 3 kills on the Deagle.
Credit to JKS as well. He's the one that really settles that round into Liquid's favor. Triple kill on Catwalk as they try and turn the corner. The ugly engagement from Imma and Yakindar. But JKS is there to mow down some of those unarmored opposition. Just like he lined it up.
You cannot aggressive up middle this round. Ultimate into the lower tunnel. Oh, he misses the shot. And he gets blasted away by Ima, and that now puts Yukindo in a very difficult spot.
Yeah, Ultimate, I think, got distracted. Thought his fight was going to come from a little bit higher. Changed the angle of his scope and had a really hard time adjusting back. It's an early man advantage for NAVI. And they're already crossing long. Dude, JKS is going to have such a bad time when he realizes.
Yeah, he's going to be... Oh, no. They're in the ace. They're just behind us. Well, he goes back to check, and Bit's already all the way up. Twist looks to try and address that problem and did damage to Bit, just didn't take him out, and they're just not getting the kills here, Liquid, to make this round doable. Twist with a nice one, goes to the sidearm, and it's going to take a lot more than that to bring down JL.
I just could not land that shot. Oh, good peek from JL, slides into it. Yukinder, no clue what was coming. 6-3. I mean, just like Inferno, it feels like NAVI just like Liquid did to NAVI on Inferno, it feels like NAVI in this T side so far has just been like, we know everything. We know everything you're doing. You're not playing long this round. You're playing a lot of catwalk. All right, we're just going to walk 2 players across long with no utility, no cross smoke.
Third map in this series, if required, is Ancient.
Very good map for NAVI to have as the decider. I think Pimp on the desk called it the safety net.
Yeah, probably Jacob. He says intelligent things sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. I might be making that up. He said something to the effect. I'm paraphrasing, you know? Second time out used by Team Liquid. Chance to talk things over.
Not having as good of a time this time, Myther, is he?
No, that's why I said you got to enjoy it while it lasts.
You got to enjoy
Great
that first
Inferno.
map, yeah.
It seemed like he maximized his enjoyment of the map.
And
now he's got to go to work.
Now the pain and suffering begins.
I wonder if the coaches get like a timer in their ear, like, hey, 5 seconds left, 2 seconds left. Oh, you're cut off. Or if it just cuts off. You know, what if he's
it's like when you have the old payphones.
Yeah, it's like you run out of time and
that's it. Your call has ended. That'd be pretty funny. I'd like that.
All right, double up setup back in action for Team Liquid. Ultimate's op has been ineffective. They're going to park him at the B bomb site. Let some of the other weapons be a little more mobile. Actually, it's both ops and B and mid. And now both in the B bomb site. Ultimate's going to look to step in front of that smoke, a risky play. But his hand is kind of forced.
NAF awaits the arrival of the NAVI players through short, and they now arrive.
Oh,
Utility deployed, Ima in front of it. A lot of damage down from that grenade to the NAVI players. It softens them up. NAF looks to finish them off, but he only gets one. Bit and Wonderful doing great work here for NAVI, clearing out the rest of the Team Liquid defense. JKS was the last pillar, and he will fall.
Double molly onto the ramp. There was no real estate for Team Liquid to work with. Nice execute from NAVI despite that nade chunking down all 5 players. And I guarantee you Liquid's like, man, it would have been cool to have an op over at car or something.
You have 2 of them.
I know. So just, you know.
Could have put them in different spots and come out with a different result, but not to be. It's going to be 7 rounds now for NAVI. Just continuing their domination on the T side. Reminder, if you are just tuning in, the context of this matchup, it is a group stage advancement match, so the winning team will get themselves into the playoffs immediately. It is not, in fact, elimination for the loser. They just have to play some more matches.
Who do they play tomorrow, the loser of this game, Dinko?
Well, the loser of this matchup, Jason, will play the FaZe Clan.
Oh. That's a spicy prospect.
So you don't actually enjoy that one, do you? You don't want to lose this game at all.
I think it's a... Well, no. Yeah. I mean, in general, you try to avoid losing as many games as possible.
Yeah, I know, but you really don't want to lose
There's
if
not
you have
really
to play
any
phase.
game you go into and say, this is an okay game to lose.
That's crazy. This tournament is so stacked.
Yep. A lot of good teams here.
Would be kind of interesting to see the Team Liquid phase match again.
There we go. Ultimate finds it with the AWP. That's an AK-47 that can be picked up by NAF as he takes the risk. And he's got a big flank that he can work with through T-Spawn. Second AWP pops out. That's Twist. Deagle was always going to be a tough affair out towards long, but the bomb is now isolated on Catwalk into wonderful back away. But you got NAF coming in. NAF is just arriving now. That's a very bold sound cue to make from NAF, who I feel like otherwise in these situations is pretty spotless, but it's given Alexi the heads up that there's a rat in this part of the map.
Well, he's looking for NAF, but look at that time. Okay, wasn't exactly the best peak from NAF. Didn't have his gun out ready to go.
This is still recoverable for NAVI. 2 versus 3. You have an AK on Twist, and AWP on Ultimate who's very, very low, and likely Ultimate's going to choose to save if the situation is ever called for it. There's a nice pick. That's the AK. Rebuttal from Ultimate. And now Yakinder can make himself small. Hide behind the boxes. You know Alexi has to commit to the bomb site and get this planted.
Timing as well as Ultimate just moves into position. He'll close it with a kill on Alexi B. And Team Liquid force a fourth.
He got tagged on the cross and got a triple kill in the round. Picking off JL, being aggressive in upper. 3 kills in that round puts him at 4 total. He's had a very quiet half, and the first time out is burned by NAVI.
Last round of the half is Team Liquid look to try and increase their CT scoreline to 5. Considering the start to this half, that would be very impressive. Navi obviously on the other side of things, looking to squeeze out 8 rounds. Both teams have good buys going into the last round of the first half. The AWPers of Ultimate and Wonderful having their choice of weapon, and Team Liquid, there's no sighting that double AWP. His rifles on 4.
Don't think that's where he wanted that smoke to go.
Ultimate's gone beyond this lurk smoke.
This is like the 3rd or 4th time he's done this. He spotted JL and got him in the previous round, but for the most part, he's like, I can just at least tell us it's clear. And now you have NAF pushing with him, so he can activate on that.
Now JL's going back. Yep.
Okay. Oh, NAF. Good kill. Good kill, immediate dink and cleanup.
Yeah, now that's information to Navi. They've lost the tunnels. Wonderful. Here comes the fight against Yakinder. And oh, blasts his head off. Close quarter combat. Second is even better on Twist. And Wonderful just destroys them as short. Navi back into the position where they have the extra player. 1 minute left on this clock, and the bomb is going back towards B.
Yeah, Navi have him beat tactically. You'll never expect him to rotate back into where you just pushed to get that kill. All Alexi has to do is have the presence that he's done. He can back away now. Job's complete. They're in the bomb site. You don't have to risk anything. You can even wait and drop into a lurk and CT spawn. Liquid completely out of position, and this round is way far out of their grasp.
They must go for it. Last round of the first half as they cross over. Wonderful will get an extra kill. Imma closes on Ultimate, and it's just NAF left in a 1v3. Navi tactically outplay Team Liquid in the last round of the first half of Dust2. They will exit this half with an 8-4 scoreline. Navi back in control, back in the game, and they have dreams of a 3rd map in this series of Ancient. After Team Liquid dominated NAVI on the opening map of Inferno, NAVI had a job to do. They had to bounce back coming into Dust2, and they have done exactly that. They had an impressive first half, and they're absolutely back in this game now, Jason.
Yeah, they seem switched on in a way that they never looked on Inferno on the first map of the series. Let's see if they can continue that into the second half. CT side. One thing that I always think about with NAVI, or ever since ESL Pro League Season 20, is that B defense of JL and EMA is a lockdown, or excuse me, JL and BIT, I believe it is? Yeah, BIT, not EMA.
We'll keep our eyes on that throughout this second half then. Something to get excited about. Perhaps not for Team Liquid, but JL jiggling early, spotting into the tunnels. It's 3 players at long for Team Liquid, 2 in the tunnels. And there's a lot of presence around the corner from NAVI here at long, and Imma alongside BIT on the other side. I've just destroyed what Team Liquid were throwing at them.
That's a sick timing on that flash swing as well from NAVI. Just absolutely perfect. Again, just like Inferno, just in the other direction. It feels like everything's going right for NAVI. The timings are all there. The plans, the setups are all there. Everything's working in their favor. If you're JKS and Ultimate, like you have no hope of actually winning the round. It's kind of like, let's go out, see if we can find a kill and build something from there, but you always knew that round.
Yeah, energy's back for NAVI too. They're just smiles on their faces again.
Smiles.
We didn't see any smiles on Inferno. But this is a great double as well right at the end here for JL. Round's already done, but it's just impressive that he was able to get away with both. Didn't prolong play at all, and a convincing flawless round in the end for NAVI. So Team Liquid down to Glocks, not going to be force binding, get a bomb plant, not worth it at this point. They're going to get the guns out as early as possible, which will allow NAVI to go up to double figures in an instant.
There's going to be a couple of things that are going to happen if Liquid want to get back into this map and have a chance to close out the series here on Dust2. First and foremost, you need Ultimate to come alive in a way that he did not whatsoever in the first half. He was a non-factor outside of 1 round.
Yeah, despite actually having a lot of aggressive moves.
That's going to be a big thing for them, is the Ultimate getting going. And then right out of this first buy, this gun run right here, these next like 2-3 rounds from Liquid, I feel like have to be excellent to the degree that they break Navi's economy within, you know, there's going to be this round. If they win it, Navi have their last buy. You need to break them. You need to break them in those 2 so that you can start building back into this and close the gap. See if they can make it happen. Ultimate spots one, jumping back and forth. Yukinder, blinded and sees that Molotov, decides to call off whatever idea he had out towards long. Defense is going to reconvene towards Catwalk for Navi. Much as Liquid's attack is heading here.
Imma, good start to the round. Yukinder had to trade it, does so, and the second's even better from Yukinder. Eventually taken out by Alexi P, but numbers even because of Yukinder's efforts. And the bomb will drop on top of Xbox, and Twist looks to cross into lower tunnels with it. NAF now making a solo push out of the B tunnels in towards JL, and just playing at the back of the site. This is such an important fight for the fate of the round. And Utility's going to start becoming a factor, but also BIT, who just barrels his way through the doors. And Team Liquid, they got out of there. They climbed up on Xbox, and they're going in towards the A play.
Ooh, Alexi missed the jump, so he lost the timing on that flank, and I think he'd also be concerned about the sound cue. But NAF making that play in the B bomb site, even though he doesn't get a kill, it lets them know that 2 players were in B. So now they found some safety. Catwalk is going to be defended. Smoke to protect themselves from CT spawn retake. It's all about long. And Twist, it's a bold play, and oh, Lord.
That is one hell of a shot.
That's stellar.
Yep, that's what Twist has in his locker, if anybody was wondering. Let's see if he's got more. JL down below him. Nope, not able to deal with that. That is one hell of a shot from JL as well. Second kill locked in. And time, they get to it, and not enough of it, because they don't have the kit in their possession. JL
has
eventually,
a kit. I think
he ran over the top of it on the way out. So,
okay.
Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate.
Well, 16 and 5 for JL. Look at him locked in.
Yeah.
Here's a Kinder's nice kills off Catwalk. Just can't convert the third. Twist, a beautiful shot. Probably wish he found some safety a little bit earlier.
Yeah, we save. I want to get guns out. Ain't no reason we can't come back from a 10-4.
Yeah, I like that. Let's see if it's true. But he's done the first bid. He's won the first round. It's 10-5 now.
Ooh,
That
well,
twist, so no coming back from that.
yeah, that shut him up quick.
Some speculative shots.
I don't even, I guess if you're Liquid, I mean, first of all, you have to go recover the bomb. But looking at the utility, they have 2 smokes, 2 flashes, and a Molotov. You don't really have time to work a position on the map, or you don't really have the resources to do it. This might just be eventually call a mid to B split, see what happens. Maybe a hit up catwalk. You can maybe spend a flashbang to kind of clear things out to give someone a look into the bomb site. So it'll be the cat smoke to make Navi feel the pressure. And it will be an attempt at a mid to B. Ykinder will be solo in middle. So smoke will come out towards CT spawn. Ykinder likely just to be a lurk, but this is what I mentioned when this second half went live, is this JL and Bit combo at the B bomb site.
Well, Bit at the window stops Ykinder from making his way anywhere near that B bomb site, and JL's got it on lock, and you're right, that is a marvelous hold from the 2 Navi players.
Yeah, that's a really difficult combination to stumble back into and try and deal with. And Navi's in complete control of this map. Gonna fizzle out as both teams trade dominant performances on their own map picks. 13-4 for Liquid and a victory on Inferno to open up the map. Navi's looking to end Dust2 on a very similar scoreline.
Wonderful. Good opener. Ykinder goes down this time, and I mean, yeah, you're just gonna shoot these pistols. They're like fish in a barrel. You know, 12 rounds, almost guaranteed to be locked in for Navi. And then we go into Ancient. I think that's gonna be a great final map.
You'd hope so, right?
I'd hope so, yeah.
I mean, look, I think Inferno was a fun map for its own reason. Dust2's been a cool map for its own reasons, and while they've been fast and dominant, it's been exciting levels of dominant. Just opened Ancient is maybe that exciting close back and forth affair to close out this series.
That'd be real nice.
Liquid's actually doing a decent enough job of fighting back. It's just with the positioning of JL now, with only 1 AK-47. Okay, hold the phone. JKS has got him back into this. 2 kills for JKS so far. You'll know one is the B defender. Be in mid for Bit. And you know Alexi plays out towards long and catwalk. Molotov there on top of the AWP that JKS isn't going to see as he crosses over. Now Naf is making his play out long. There's 22 seconds. Like, I guess you have to sprint at this point, and you have no smoke for the cross. So JKS is going to have to fight and keep this clear for you. Up on catwalk though, Bit. That's fantastic. I really got no other word.
Yeah, that's just unstoppable, really.
Well, yeah.
Total 5, last round of this map, very likely, unless Team Liquid do, in fact, start to pull the comeback.
All right, guys, there's no reason we can't come back from 5-12.
that's the speech you gotta have, right? Even if you believe it or not. But Navi in full control. Cruise control at the moment. Here comes a flash smoke combo out long. Ultimate getting into the smoke. And Team Liquid at least have some space to play with that long here.
Yeah, but it'll be interesting to see what Navi does. If you think back to the finals of Pro League as well, one of the things that Navi did when they sensed that such a long take was happening from their opposition with so heavy based off how many flashbangs are thrown, they would quickly take over and clear out mid and open up the avenue to flank up towards catwalk and get the defenders involved. They're doing much of the same right now. Emo and Bit just cleared out middle. Bit's going to continue to clear out upper dark so that frees up JL. And by the time Liquid is actually progressing to cross long, there's potential for Navi to have 4 defenders here.
Nice shot. Another one for Bit. Just to add to the tally, he's up to 12. NAF doing what he can. JKS stepping up, and Team Liquid could have turned this back into a 3v3.
Yeah, but NAF can't do anything to stall out the play up towards Catwalk for Na'Vi. And once again, they're going to have to cross. NAF has the only smoke. He had to come back. It's thrown now. Good shot. Once again, it's JKS. His name rings out. Good shooting. Massive gap in the improvised smoke. And Liquid's in a bit of trouble. Flames at their feet as they try and fight Catwalk. Flashbang as well. And it's Bit all day long.
NAF now alone to face against Bit and JL. He's got 15 seconds. And this combo are unstoppable. Na'Vi bounce back on Dust2. They do it in style. 13-5. Not a lot of rounds in the first two maps to play. We gotta hope Ancient's a little different. The winner of Ancient's heading to the playoffs in Rio. And then deliver a lights out third. We have seen it before, and that is what we're hoping for today.
And we'll see it again, I'm sure.
Definitely will at some point. Whether it be now, who knows? But let's get into this pistol.
All right, well, 4 players for Team Liquid over towards the B bomb site, taking control of lane. They might clash here with Ima and Wonderful pushing in towards Jaguar. Dooley's spot on, even for a second. That's the bomb as well, so Liquid have to keep coming into this to attempt to recover it, and that ain't happening.
Looks to be a pretty similar pistol victory that Na'Vi were able to inflict upon Liquid on Dust2. Just dominating them. Yukindar twists, unable to really get too much going here. Twist goes down at red, and Yukindar is the only player left capable of inflicting damage upon Na'Vi. That's not true, because Wonderful just shot Ima. It's now Yukindar to go down. Wonderful clears him out, and Team Liquid did not get a single kill.
It's a shake of his head. I want to know, was he just so blind that he killed him?
I don't know.
Or did he assume he was going to swing? I didn't think the flashbang would be that effective.
Oh, we'll have maybe we can get to see it.
Give me that team kill. Bring me the team kill. Bring me the team kill. Nope. Okay. Here we go. Nope. Not that one either. Well, let's go with yes. He was blind. Couldn't see what he was doing.
I like it. I like that theory. Let's ship it. But, you know, Team Liquid never even close to a kill, never mind a bomb plant. So they're down to the old eco. Not really the start you would have wanted if you're Team Liquid after getting kind of manhandled on Dust2, but just gotta pick yourself up when it comes to the gun rounds, which will come a little bit sooner for Team Liquid, considering they did not buy here.
They've only won 1 pistol round so far in the series. Now the caveat to that is on Inferno, the first pistol they lost, they won the ensuing second round. But still, pistol rounds not been kind to Team Liquid.
And the pistol they did win, right? NAF was the one they'd clutched it, right? That was the pistol round that they won. NAF won a pistol round.
That's right,
clutch,
yep. Yep.
So it's not like they were in a position to necessarily win that one either.
True. That's a good point. Way to make it sound even worse.
Yeah, well, you know,
brought that to a whole new level. Well, Myther's looking focused as the first gun round comes underway. Round 3 here on Ancient, third and deciding map between these two teams. One of them's going to the playoffs after this.
Well, a couple of predictions are thrown the way of Na'Vi today to win this 2-0. Now, obviously that has not happened. And Ima and Bit are certainly comfortable to kick off the start of this gun round. They've got 3 kills locked in between one another, and NAF nearly gets a lineup of 2, but just ends up getting annihilated. So it's JKS left alone.
This is a disaster. This entire round is a complete disaster. AK-47 is going to be salvaged for the Na'Vi side of things. Plenty of weapons going to be picked up. They came into this with a few SMGs that now get upgraded for free. They leave with 3 AKs so far. JKS has 1 as well they could pick up. Good kill from JL, and that's a statement win in the first gun round for Na'Vi. They're in the driver's seat. Economically speaking, they've shut down Liquid in these first 3 rounds. Only 0 kills for Team Liquid in the first 3.
Only?
And you get free upgrades. It's all gone horribly wrong. Half investment from Liquid. Tech 9s, P250. They got 3 Molotovs though, so they got a plan.
Oh, Alexi might just start to unravel their plan though, as Yekindar goes down first. Utility being set up to attack into this B bomb site. But there's a dangerous setup here. We've got Bit within the site itself. He can go in between cave now because Alexi B has got that locked in. And Team Liquid know they have to address that problem. So Bit and Alexi actually exchange positions, and Alexi is also very low on health.
I'm just curious what they would want to Molotov. Twist isn't going to get to use his. That's a very nice trade for JKS onto Bit. Still one molly in the way of ultimate. It's also picked up on NAV.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe you get the lineups for the post plan, Jason, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, you know, you come into the round with just 3 Molotovs and no smoke. Like, I don't know if you're exactly supremely confident that Navi's just going to be letting you into the bomb site. So you're going to molly out towards long. But the peek behind it just negates any of the flames. And poor little Naf. The little Canadian that could.
Couldn't. And it's 4-0 for Navi. They have really turned this ship around completely. They have set sail on Dust2, and they have now arrived at their final destination of Ancient. Very comfortable start. Team Liquid's initial gun round was obviously a disaster. They really just got melted. So you'd imagine it can't get worse than that. So AKs are going to be pulled out, and this has got to be the turning point for them. So instant red smoke dished out. Donut smoke too, and Twist is looking to try and meet Imma head on. Now, Twist does get some of that space to play with, but look at Navi's response. They've pushed through A main. They've got Bit and Wonderful all the way through A main.
Yeah, and the longer now you can just play the stall game over at the B bomb site. Twist is going to check for this coming out of the smoke, but that's a really hard clear. And now if you're the rest of Team Liquid, it's like, let's just follow Yekindar up. It's all we've really got at this point. Deep Molotov, deep utility. Alexi still alive to hold on towards Jaguar and Cave. JL playing retake at the bomb site as well. Good find. Great find from Ultimate, and maybe a little bit of a chance for Liquid. As he builds upon it, that's Yekindar from behind.
Yeah, good combo from Yekindar on Ultimate with 3 kills picked up. It's now Bit and Wonderful left. And this is a huge turnaround considering all of the space that they lost initially. The fact that they're able to get into the round, Team Liquid, by just walking up the B ramp and playing off the back of Yekindar and Ultimate is huge.
That's where I mentioned I thought that Navi, there would be like the delay tactics, right? Like, okay, we got this flank. We just killed Twist on the flank, falling back from middle. We've pushed A main. B players, dump your smoke top ramp. Dump a Molotov, make sure they can't get up. They can't seize this moment at this point.
They
and then
did
all of a
actually
sudden
throw the smoke, but they just walked beyond it before it landed.
I think Yekindar had beat it. So yeah, they just followed up behind it.
Let's go, guys. Let's go.
All right, Yekindar trying to get the boys hyped up.
Yeah, that was a nice shot from Ultimate. Second was even better.
Let's go, guys. Let's go.
So an end of the flawless streak from Navi. They won't collect their 5 in a row.
It's another flawless streak here in this matchup. Team Liquid have never lost a map of Ancient. They're 6-0 on it, 100% win rate.
Well, we'll touch back on that in a moment to see if it could get broken today. But JKS is already up in B. Middle of the site, NAF with him, and a lot of damage being done. JL through the smoke, gets burned away though. And Alexi B sends that grenade in. It blasts NAF out of there, and Alexi B just spams him down. This is wild, it's chaotic, but it's Navi coming out on top of the majority of these fights. Team Liquid just can't find any safety to plant that bomb or even feel comfortable to stand inside of the site. Yekindar loses almost all of his health in that first fight against Alexi and gets finished off by Imma. It's all on JKS, and he won't even make it past. So Team Liquid get into the bomb site, but it's not easy. You don't get the bomb down.
Eat your heart out, Vertigo. Ancient can have a spam battle too.
That's true. What are some of the teams that that Liquid have been playing then? What's the cast of rosters that go up against them on that streak?
Okay, you want to know? It's pretty good list.
Right.
You ready for this?
Okay.
All right. Well, they beat Virtus Pro at ESL Pro League Season 20. They also beat Virtus Pro way back at Blast Premier Fall Groups.
Yes,
here on
team
Ancient.
is playing very well at the moment.
They beat Complexity at Cologne.
Okay.
At the Rio qualifier. And then they have 2 very solid wins against Fluffy Aimers.
Damn, okay. Yep.
It's quite a track record.
Yes, it is. Complexity is the best team on that list. But now if they beat Navi, then we start talking. But here we go. Twist on the double. Yekindar able to come on in. And we're looking at a 3v2 with Team Liquid somehow out on top of that.
We don't know if this is going to be close at the end of the day, but these last few rounds have been certainly the brawly kind of flavor we were looking for. Yeah, it is quite a battle trying to get out mid in this round. Oh, but this play from JL. Well, okay. Depends on how far NAF decides to go into the B bomb site at this point, because they don't see him in the site yet, so they're kind of aware of the possibility, but how?
Well, now Twist knows, so he's going to clear him.
It's labored.
Eventually.
Wonderful's here with the op, though.
All right, let's see what he can do. Wonderful snipes down NAF. Now, Twist decides, I don't want any of that, so let's go back up
He's read it.
And Wonderful's got the right read. Read him like a book, and he'll close that book instantly with a shot through the chest of Twist.
Yeah, a little pump of the fist from Blade. He's loving what he's seeing. Myther, on the other hand, is thinking back to the fun times of Inferno, with all the laughs they had. They'll always have Inferno. Dust2 was a struggle. Here on Ancient, it's opened up in a very bad way, so he's going to try and get the boys back on track. 5-round deficit as the first time out is called.
Yeah, Twist has the tough job of dealing with the Imma bit combo in middle, sometimes present, and he did a very good job in the last round at clearing it out. But Wonderful with a 1v2.
Yeah, cheeky little smile as well. Like, yep, I've booked him. Play. Round 8.
Bit, great movement. He's already down the ledge. I don't think you can know he's going to be ready for this whatsoever. Bit was so fast in the position, and Twist can't deal with him at this time. They have lost 2 members in an instant for Team Liquid, and oh, it could get worse. It is about to get a whole lot worse, because Bit gets another one locked in. A headshot machine living up to his name, and it's now JKS and NAF left in a 2v5, and NAF has had a really rough start to this game. He is 0-6 at the moment.
Man, I think this is already kind of spiraled out of control to a certain degree, but it's going to get worse before it gets better if you're Team Liquid. If you can't challenge middle and you can't establish lane control, Navi's going to be pushing down so many different flashes that they can throw, so many different utility sets they can bust out to harass. And they're overwhelming Team Liquid at the very first step of basic map control.
And they don't have a lot of money here either for Team Liquid to get a full buyout again. So you're likely looking at just another Tech 9 round here with some Kevlar in behind it. But this was just sheer speed for Bit.
One thing Liquid haven't tried to do yet in this half on this T side is maybe try and expose the A bomb site. How many times do we see teams with like a fast, you know, you have to have it in your back pocket, so you notice if a team is only parking one person at A or starting with nobody at A and loading up on middle and B, you can get that early rush and at least get in and get the bomb plant and play the post plant.
Surely Navi at some point are expecting that too, right? They're like, okay, well, they've tried to go B, they've tried to go mid.
I mean, honestly, it might even be now. They just put Wonderful there with the AWP to open up the rounds, which lets all those rifles have some fun over in middle. There's been one bomb plant in this half, and it's the round that Team Liquid won. Other than that, Navi's not even letting them into the bomb site. Little utility spent at the B bomb site to try and force out counter utility. It succeeded. Bit's only got a flash. JL's got nothing. So the re-exec comes in. And it's all up to these Tech 9s.
Execute is deployed. And the execution is loaded up as JL takes the head off the top of ultimate. It's Bit on the double, and this is just unbreakable. The defense of Navi impenetrable. And Yukindar doing what he can with the Tech 9. And oh god. Well, that helps. That definitely helps.
Oh, it's done. It's cooked me. I'm out.
God, the AK picked up and still won't get out of hand, but
yeah. It's the way you saw it coming in the X-ray. You just saw the panic. That's a second team kill from Wonderful.
He's gonna get banned. He's gonna get a 7-day ban.
Thank God they're up by 7 rounds.
Come on, man. You can't get the matchmaking cooldown. JL's just like, what?
It couldn't have more perfectly landed on him.
Guys, Igor is slightly 3-2.
And Blade's like, all right, would y'all shut up and stop laughing?
Yeah, Blade's like, I don't find it funny.
Yeah, we got playoffs to make here.
All right, guys, focus up. 8-1. Don't let Liquid come back into this. Don't let them get 8-4 half.
Wait, did you kill someone?
Yeah, me.
Bro, Igor, what the fuck?
Possible. I don't understand.
You'll never understand.
Did Ema just... well done. Did Ema just accuse me of his ego? Just killing all his teammates in this game. It's all good. We're all still having fun.
All still friends at the end of the day. Emma, all the way down in towards elbow.
I think that's a design gap in that, because he was very sure-footed about his pathing.
He was going to get into that corner. Okay, Yakindar wins the fight against Emma. Tough position for him to find himself when he's looking up and just spots Yakindar coming out at him. Alexi B was unable to stop Yakindar and unable to get the trade kill, despite doing a lot of damage, to be fair.
Okay, he wants to flirt with the idea.
Ooh.
Tag from Wonderful.
Much better start of this round from Team Liquid. Actually, they actually have some space to play with. They have some kills. It's got to feel, for the first time, comfortable for Team Liquid. Perhaps this is where NAF gets his first kill of the map.
I don't know. You slow down like this.
No, he's not going to get it. Bit clears him out in the corner.
And you're... Oh, good shot from Yakinder. Low HP. Wonderful can't get an op shot off. So now they know the position of Bit over towards B ramp. Over to the A bomb site we go. Alexi's going to be playing in Temple. Half HP. Good find from Bit on the other side of the map. So Alexi can be patient. And he's kind of required to with the Molotov in his face. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, indeed. You can't really be missing those. And it's a little uncomfortable now as Bit gets under the scope of Ultimate. Perhaps he'll get under his skin soon because he's very close to getting this kill.
Are they aware of the possibility that Alexi was in Temple?
Oh, no scope as well. Alexi's sticking it. Alexi's on it. Oh my god, he's nearly got it. Last second, JKS saves the day. I don't know what Liquid would have done if they lost that round.
I was going to say, man, like, are they aware that this possibility, that this window was open to him? Nobody actually cleared out Temple. Alexi couldn't stop the plant as smoke was down, but a really nice attempt at a ninja.
That was very close.
A ninja.
Ninja.
Well, that's got to be the round. That's got to be the impetus for Team Liquid. You've got to put these last two rounds together, bring this to 8-4.
Oh, Yakindar.
That sucks.
Yeah. But he's used to this, you know? This is his life.
Doesn't make it suck any less.
That's true. But it'll let you cope with it better.
Yeah, you just used to this suck.
Alexi B. Do a little bit of damage to NAF as he tries to run away. He's having a nightmare half at the moment.
I think all of Liquid's kind of having a nightmare half at the moment. They haven't really been able to get anything going, haven't really been able to play a whole lot of healthy mid-rounds. And now the push through Navi's own smoke. NAF ready for it.
Off the 0.
And mid is going to be the point of attack as Twist and Ultimate JKS with the bomb on his back slide up the stairs. Slide up the stairs? Step up the stairs?
Well, it depends, you know. In CS2 at the start, you would slide up the stairs.
True. That's about the only way you could have taken that one.
But the animations, they've been fixed. They've been tweaked.
All right, trying to throw a little utility at the B bomb site to force a rotation to bring somebody into Ultimate's crosshair, but Ema is standing pat for the moment, picked off. And that's a bad feeling if you're Navi. That's the sinking feeling in your stomach where you're like, oh, there's an AWP in the middle of the map preventing us to access the other bomb site, and you're forced to push into Yakinder. And that would be the round. Wonderful going to save the AWP. Plenty of cash to drop some of his teammates. I think they actually kind of need the cash.
See what Yakindar can do with just a little bit of health.
True.
Impressive stuff.
Staying poised.
It's all went wrong for Navi ever since Wonderful blew up JL.
Yeah, I mean, they did win that round, but look at what it's cost them.
All the laughing and having fun. It's allowed Team Liquid back into this. This will be their 3rd round on the board. And wonderful to save that beautiful lightning strike in spawn in the swamp.
It's very old school, isn't it?
It is. It's very low quality picture, like on the side of the gun as well.
Yeah.
It's like 240p.
Skins have come a long way. I like it though. I like the grainy image.
Yeah. It just makes you think of simpler times.
Exactly. The good old days, we call them. Where were we before skins? Just a big green gun, Dinko.
Yeah, I never played Counter-Strike without skins.
That's okay.
So I've never been in Counter-Strike.
Even like the early days ago.
No, because when did it come out? 2012? No, I didn't really. I was 11. I didn't have to start playing Switch from console yet.
Okay. All right.
Can I run out a minute? I think they're gonna leave.
I've only known skins, Jason.
You've only known a world with skins. Oh, here we go. Yikinder testing it. Oh, and he's just so committed. Wonderful drop. Didn't expect the second peek. Good job from Ema to close the gap. And Team Liquid was posturing to head over in that direction to follow up on Yikinder's success, but they changed their mind in a hurry. However, you can see they're all a little bit confused looking around, like who's going where? How do we spread back out?
A lot to figure out in the last few moments of this first half. NAF alongside of Ultimate about to come out of the B doors, and they'll have a nasty surprise because the player watching that is Bit. And oh, timing, he looks away. Just to clear the cubby, NAF then walks out of the door and Bit goes down. Ultimate, good patience, that pays off as JL walks right into him. Team Liquid are going to get themselves an 8-4 scoreline unless Alexipi and Ima have one of the biggest step-ups we've seen all day.
Well, Ima swaps out for the M4. Liquid's done a really good job in these later stages of this half. I mean, it helps now that they've been finding some opening kills, but they're doing a really good job of punishing Navi's information plays. Ima's got to try and do something miraculous at that stage, so he's forced into an awkward fight out of desperation, and this should be Liquid getting 4. So despite the fact that this half, for most of it, was just atrocious, Liquid do figure out the recipe right at the end. The question becomes, is it enough to get them into the playoffs?
NAVI versus Team Liquid rages on map 3 of Ancient, and at the end of the day, it's a great recovery from Team Liquid to make this half competitive, because it looked like NAVI were in full control and were just steamrolling straight into the playoffs.
Yeah, but it might be too little too late. I think Team Liquid figured it out and it got some effectiveness in their openings a little bit too late in the game. Most of that was them being dominated, so let's see. They've got a little bit of room to work with. That was kind of the last 3 rounds they picked up, carving out some space to open up this second half with some struggles. But one thing we mentioned in the first half, pistol rounds today for Team Liquid have not been kind to them. Even the single pistol they've won in this series was out of their reach. Took a spectacular clutch from NAF. Other than that, it's been all NAVI in these pistols. Yakinder's pushing A.
Kendar has pushed A. He's all the way in. Alexi B has detected him though, and 99 damage done with 1 shot. He'll finish him off on the second attempt, and now NAVI start to make their way through red. Eyes are on this by Twist. He's not alone. He's got plenty of teammates in behind him to try and stop NAVI from crossing safely through the red room, and they decide they're going to bail out.
Oh yeah, but where do they go? Ultimate's hearing all this information. Oh, good shot from Ema. He's going to move right in towards Donut. Bomb's headed to the B bomb site though. NAVI have Team Liquid completely on a string in this round. They can pull them wherever they want.
Well, the bomb is going to go down on B, at least confirming at a minimum a really solid force buy in the next round from NAVI, but it just feels like they're going to be able to pick this one up.
Yeah, and they've got such deep positioning as well at Cube. JL, Bit can swing off that contact. He doesn't even have to wait if he doesn't want to. There's no way Liquid's getting back into this.
Emmett's just going to wait at Donut, so they're actually trapped in the red room now as well. Nice shot from JKS, able to pin Bit to the wall, and JL goes in, not a double. And now Alexi B's alone.
Did I say no way?
Yeah, well, I think you did. Now Alexi B is in the site, and you were right, you know? No way. Not a single way.
No, I wasn't really worried. I was just saying that.
9-4 now.
Effect.
Yeah, exactly. Dramatic effect. Not looking too good for Team Liquid now on pistols again. It's another one going the way of NAVI.
I know, but at this scoreline too, like you just really can't. Yeah, the pistols is its own beast that Liquid's going to have a conversation about. I'm sure that'll be a talking point in any kind of losing interview they may or may not give. And here, I think the right call for Liquid is just sit back with pistols. Don't invest a whole lot. Just get the guns out.
Just the old pistols here, wonderful. Picking up a couple. And it's nice and clean. NAVI make no issue of it. It will be 10 rounds, double figures collected here on Ancient. You mentioned, before we even came here, we were on a previous map, and you know, looking at Ancient, it is a very comfortable finish for NAVI, and I think you were saying Jacob called it the safety net. And certainly feels like they've fallen into their safety net. It's caught them from free fall.
Yeah, well, also, I think you can just tell there's a different NAVI that showed up on Dust2 and Ancient today versus the NAVI that was there on Inferno. Also a different Liquid.
Yeah, very different. This is why NAVI are considered the best. They're just a difficult team to put away. You see their performances across the series. Yakindar, there's some aggression on the CT side, is able to get rid of Bit.
I like the ego, though, from Yakinder. The push on the pistol round, even though you went down, you come back to it. Okay, good trades. Ultimate peaks, because he knows he's got JKS coming in behind him. 1 for 1 in mid. And JKS wants a little bit more.
Oh, Yakindar wants more, too, but he looked into the corner just as Alexi B came around, and so he loses his life. There's only 2 players left here for Team Liquid suddenly.
And now you've lost A and you've lost B. JL has a really deep position at the B bomb site. Obviously, you don't really know what Alexi, he can do whatever he wants at the A bomb site. The only X factor right now is this cross of Wonderful with the bomb.
Oh. JKS to eradicate Alexi B. Bomb is planted.
Could
Wonderful.
he have stopped that?
Yeah, it felt like he could have stepped into the open a little bit, yeah. But then he may be worried about getting exposed and getting taken down by someone watching the plant. So trying to play this 2v2 with his teammate, I suppose, and at least wonderful left in a 1v2 because JL goes down and now Twist playing his life has worked out very well. So they'll smoke actually cave out, anticipating perhaps Wonderful could come around that side, but the smoke on the defuse and Twist bullet in the brain. Wonderful will not get anywhere near stopping this, and Team Liquid able to pick it up.
All right, they're not out of it in any way, but that's a good first step for Team Liquid to start clawing this one back and see if you can make a map here on Ancient. 5 rounds away. Navi's already hit double digits. Plant's going to help Navi get back into another solid buy. And Liquid just have to keep building upon it.
Another round where JKS is able to find impact for Team Liquid. The trade in red, and then that important kill coming back in on the retake.
First time out used from Blade.
Yeah, sees the opportunity here for them to nip this in the bud before a real comeback begins.
Alexi just absorbing it. Nodding along. That partnership, Alexi and Blade, has created a powerhouse in Navi with this roster.
Loser of this game goes on to play against FaZe. Not a team you really want to run into, but
Well, not in a lower bracket, that's for sure, but if there was ever a time to run into them, it might be now.
Yep, they're looking weaker than usual. Ikendar not able to deal with the power of Imma, who nearly gets away with a triple kill. But JKS defends his in-game leader.
I think there's so many flashes thrown over mid by Navi at the start that the mid portion of that could never get involved. Kinder's probably like, why are my mid players not swinging with me and fighting with me? And the reality is every time they turn to make that play, they're just blinded completely.
Just making sure Bit can get out of the doors.
Yeah, listening for some spam, and then you hustle. I don't know, what a tough decision you have to make if you're JKS and Twist right now. It doesn't look like they're even considering going for it.
No.
But you probably feel like you kind of have to. And then on the same side, you're like, Twist has no HP. We don't really have a lot of utility. We have no one even close to the B bomb site to keep track of where Navi is. And just realizing you have to back off. JKS can drop an M4 in the next round for a teammate. But Liquid's not got a whole lot of runway left to work with.
Yeah, that runway is starting to run out at this point as Navi get ever closer to closing out this advancement match. I mean, coming into this tournament, we talk about how stacked it is, how many of the world's best teams we have in attendance. You know, just to give you an idea at home.
Something like 12 of the top 15 teams are here, something along those lines.
Yeah, we've got number 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11 by A ranking.
Yeah.
They are here in attendance. So, you know, this is a very stacked tournament. All teams pretty much within the top 20. Bit to take out Ultimate. Good start to the round here from the side of Navi. But it does get a little worse with that kill from Ikendar, and even worse with that frag from JKS. JL's about to walk through the smoke. Oh, Ikendar, he looked away, but Naf had him covered just in the nick of time. Naf saves his ass. And now it's going to be Wonderful left to 1v4. He can't win this.
What a weird piece of timing that is.
Yeah, that was very peculiar.
That's very awkward. I mean, Kinder looking away just as JL steps through, and then obviously when JL's about to take a free kill, Naf pops up out of nowhere. From the top rope. 6-11.
Nice. Good fucking chill. Sorry, bro.
Once again, just 5 rounds back, but the problem is you don't have the rounds to give up these trades back and forth. Navi win 1, Liquid win 1. You're going to lose that out. Liquid need to go on a run. And this might be the perfect opportunity for it because Navi's working through some money issues at the moment.
Ooh. Yeah, that is a desk slamming moment, though, to be fair.
Yeah. Well, you know, after Nico's death slam, I feel like
We're going to have to
I have a
increase
new,
the thickness of the desks.
no, I just have a new definition of desk slamming.
Oh, yeah.
If you're not going to break the table, I don't want to see it.
If you're not going to split your skin, start bleeding for the cause, it's not a real desk slam. That was pretty impressive.
That was great.
That was a great moment.
Yeah, it was powerful.
And then he won the tournament.
And then he won the tournament. Lost the clutch, though.
Lost the clutch, and that is always going to sting.
We'd take that trade.
Just like the
trophy
like
for
finger.
a clutch, though. All right, fast towards the B bomb site from Navi. No one in middle, no one even investigating. So here we go, a little bit of a rush. Naf to defend. You've got Yakinder here as well. Good damage, good opening kills. And that's the sting of this hit taken away. Alexi goes down next, and Liquid have no problems.
99 problems, and Bit ain't one. They get rid of him. It's going to end up being a 7th added to the tally of Team Liquid.
He did 99 damage. I thought you were going to go that route.
Yeah,
JKS was on 1.
that could have been really good.
That could have been good.
That could have been good. Why didn't you do that?
Oh, because you were taking the moment.
Yeah. Wish I seen that. Wish I was observant like you, Jason.
Well, as I mentioned, that was the moment for Liquid to really get started and really make this comeback believable. They take out the 2 rifles in the Tech 9 buy. Now they get around against unarmored Glocks. And you go into the next round within striking distance of Navi.
Well, this is one of those rounds where you do just kind of twiddle your knife in your hands, and you know that it's not going to go well for you, but you must try and attempt to get a bomb plant here. And it gets worse for one. Oh, it gets terrible for Wonderful.
Yeah, he was just trying to spin his knife and relax, you know?
He was enjoying the ASMR of the knife spinning motion.
Alexi's being very vocal back at T-Spawn. So taking this as almost an IGL's timeout to make sure the next round, the next gun round, they're all on the same page, understanding what's happening, understanding the reactions. And they'll happily just let Team Liquid burn utility. Here we go. Nice
Well, that ended quickly.
Yeah.
That ended real quick. Well, at the end of the day.
Quad kill for ultimate.
You'll like that. Some stats being increased.
All right, Alexi looking down the line. He's like, I know none of y'all forgot what I just said.
Guy, I told him to do it.
Alright.
Let's cut.
Why didn't you say it? Never
Listen
mind.
to me. Stop
said to
speaking to each other like this. Let's relax one round and play. Okay?
All right, so
Well, that's more of an insight than I was expecting.
yeah, stress mounting in the Navi camp.
Stop. He's like the father of the kids. He's like, stop saying nasty things to your brother. Well, JKS fighting down at elbow. It's going to be Imma to fall down and an opening kill for Team Liquid.
I don't know, that's changed my whole perspective on this game. Now
Yeah,
it's
it
like,
really
okay,
has.
maybe the comeback actually is so much more wide open than it feels like. If Navi's going to start tilting, I mentioned it back in the first map of Inferno that with the schedule that Navi's had, this is when you get a little bit tired, you get a little bit exhausted from the grind of events that you've been on, and it turns really easy to point the finger at teammates rather than finding a solution. And Alexi obviously trying to keep a firm grip on the emotional state of this team as Liquid come clawing back.
Well, Chael gets caught in the open. Naf able to take him out without problem. Now Wonderful moving in with Alexi. They've got to deal with Naf. They've got to deal with this threat. And finally they will. Ultimate comes over. Fighting from short. Bullets ran in, including Molotov. So that plant can't happen. It can't be a possibility because Twist has broken Wonderful and follows up with a kill on Alexi B. Bit was last detected towards A. They'll consider the flank. But he's coming up through the B ramp with 39 seconds left to get this round under his belt.
Yeah, but don't give him a freebie. Don't give him this fight ultimate. It's not worth the risk. Now you know his position. And now you let him move all the way into the bomb site before you spring this trap. Smoke down and Bit might just back away. Ultimate brought very low, 20 seconds. And Bit's got no shot at winning it. So 11-9. 2 rounds away now for Team Liquid.
Yeah, it's completely changed my whole perspective of this game.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, oh god.
I was like, oh, they'll be fine. Now let's listen in. Well, how was it going? Nope, they're all fighting.
I thought we were gonna get like a little expose on whatever tactic Alexi was talking about in T-spawn, and
Nope, they're just fighting.
yeah, just like, nah, dude, I told him to do that. Don't be mad at him for doing it. That was me. Chill. Let's see if Navi can get it back under control. I believe Blade still has 2 timeouts remaining if he wants to, if he feels like a sterner hand is needed.
He's like, he steps in.
It's like one more exchange like that, and Daddy's calling a timeout.
He just starts, brings out the notes. Well, it's going to be bit on an AK at least.
Yeah,
Well, he's now got 8 health.
at least.
Yeah. No longer does he have that AK. JL, now the man to carry it.
Lurk smoke, though. Ultimate's aware of the possibility they can slide through. Got to be careful, Liquid, as well. They don't really have any information in Jaguar and Cave, and now all of a sudden Ultimate's got to back off, stuck in the open. It feels like he was stuck between 2 different minds of how to play it. Alexi does great work with that Tech 9, an opening kill and a dink.
Ooh, bomb plant is confirmed this time, and Wonderful is able to get away. So left on 2 HP, but still standing, and goes for a dink as well on Twist, finished off by Imma on the body shot of the Deagle, and he ain't stopping. Instead, he goes to the Tech 9, he goes into the open, but NAVI and Crouch make sure that he stays alive because the bullet went over the top. And now it's just Bit left 1v3, and he falls to the hand of JKS. It will not be a 12th round found for Navi in this round. In fact, it is 10 for Liquid. This comeback is here. It has arrived, and they are 1 round win away from tying things up. And it looked like that timeout was called, perhaps. There, yes, it's in.
All right. Blade gets on the mic. Everyone shuts up. 11-10. A chance for Blade to have great impact with this timeout, talking about the T side, what's gone wrong, what he thinks they can exploit. Team Liquid, for perhaps the first time in this map, is starting to get the feeling that they can actually do this. They can actually reverse this. I feel like we haven't seen Ultimate with an AWP on the CT side in quite some time.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it.
He's got $11,000. I have to imagine an 11-10 he's buying. Yakinder has no monitor.
Oh.
When did that get moved?
He must have knocked it off of his nose back. So
I mean, 17 kills is pretty
he sniffed
solid.
it off. It was too close.
Oh, here's the exchange.
All right, this is pretty sick, you know. We got a pit stop for a monitor.
It's not quite at Pro League levels. We got in halfway through the pit stop, but here we are.
I don't think I've seen that before. Like just like a monitor switch. It's like, all right, let's get the monitor out, get a new monitor in.
It did happen at Pro League.
Well, I was on the other stream.
Yeah, you were on the other stream.
I didn't watch you guys.
Yeah, it's okay.
Just
I
hanging
mean, I'm
out.
fine with it. The other guys might be a little pissed.
Yeah, that's fine. You're having too much fun.
Look, in a more serious angle to this, there was the timeout and obviously this tech pause, so there's going to be no talking until the freeze time resumes. But
Let's go to all the settings as well.
After the listen-in we heard with Navi and how frustrated and stressed that sounded, this little timeout and pause in the action might be really good for all those players to just take a moment to themselves and try and get things back under control.
Yeah, they don't look like happy players, do they, at the moment?
They were in the first half.
They were.
Having a great time.
Smiles are gone.
Yeah, something clicked for Liquid, man. Towards the end of that first half, those last few rounds they scraped together, 3 in a row. They figured something out. Individuals came alive at the opening of rounds, started getting some initial kills, letting Twist call and work a mid-round on the T side to give themselves a chance, and then Guns came out on this CT side, and it's been 5 straight for Liquid's defense. 17 kills on Yakinder, putting up a big game for Liquid. It's Ima leading the way for Navi with 19 frags.
Just a sense of, I mean, Navi just getting right to the brink. They just want to get this over and done with, and obviously that whatever's happened in the second half will be addressed in a team talk, but
Well, I think too, on a certain extent, I think they might have thought, let's just get this over with maybe 4 rounds ago. Now that it's this close, it's like that mindset has to shift a little bit. Like
they got to refocus.
Liquid's
again.
already sent you the signal. This is not going to be an easy one for you to put away.
Well, there was a timeout before the tech issue called by Blade. See if NAVI can get back to winning ways, or if Team Liquid continue this. Look how much damage is done.
Well, bit through this smoke, but he threw it very late to get in towards Jaguar, and obviously it's missed its mark as well. So that kind of messes maybe with the timings of how they want to open up this round, but no critical damage, no deaths taken due to the mistake. But it feels like things unraveling a little bit in the NAVI camp down the stretch of this third map.
One minute left. Imma starting to make his way out of elbow. Slowly but surely. He's not alone either. He's got his teammate in. Behind him, it's Bit, Alexi B. Oh, he takes the fight against Shakindar. Doesn't win it, but JL certainly will be effective in his trade. But twists out from Red Room at range, dropping Bit. Now JL thinking about going into Jag. He would have to deal with NAF in the corner, and it hasn't worked out. Bomb is down. NAVI lose possession of the bomb, and Molly goes down as well. 30 seconds. That's all that NAVI have left. It's Imma and Wonderful, the two players that took damage earlier in this round, with an almost impossible situation lined in front of them.
I mean, all you can do is throw that smoke and hope you can just wander into it and that the vision isn't going to be there for NAF, but it is.
Total
Liquid,
collapse for NAVI.
yeah, they've tied things up now, 6 in a row. Imma coming in really late on the flank, nothing to do.
It's fallen apart completely.
6 in a row, 7 of the last 8 rounds in the favor of Team Liquid. This defense has been rock solid, and you can tell looking down the line of NAVI that none of them know what to do.
Another timeout.
And that's, I feel, always a bad sign. The back-to-back timeouts and back-to-back rounds from your coach, something's gone wrong. Again, with those frustrations that we listened to, you have to imagine comms are a little bit busted. You add in the mistake from Bit, the late smoke. He forgets to throw the smoke out of the gate, throws it late, misses it. That's going to add to frustration levels across the board, especially for that man, Alexi. And they don't have any time to figure it out. Round 23.
They just got to get it going right now. Immediately out of this, and it does not seem likely. So Team Liquid are in pole position. They are in the driver's seat right now of this map and this series, and this would qualify them into the playoffs of the Intel Extreme Masters Rio 2024. And that streak of ancient victories will continue for Team Liquid. And they will add their most difficult opponent on Ancient so far to that list. Kindar looking to duel with Wonderful.
I don't know, man. I bet Liquid learned some things from Fluffy Aimers.
A couple of things, I'm sure. Those North American qualifier games always give them a little bit of a fight, don't they? They always give them a problem or two to deal with.
Online North America's no joke.
Well, maybe sometimes players don't even wake up in time for the game.
Yakinder's anchoring this B bomb site all on his lonesome. He's out of utility in terms of mollies and smokes. Good kill from Imma in the middle of the map. And NAF can't get the trade.
Wonderful lost half of his health, but look at this play from Bit. He senses a gap on A, and he is starting to move into that space now to play with this, and no one's even thinking about it. Ultimate turns around, but it's too late. Too little, too late. And Bit, he sees his next opponent. He knows JKS is in the donut, and the fire is forcing him into the open. JKS needed a double and couldn't quite muster it. It's all on Yakindar on the other side of the map, and NAVI are not going to let him even near this. It is a 12th round for NAVI. They finally figure it out up to map and series point. Team Liquid will have to fight for overtime.
Got to be a little bit frustrating, but no time to be frustrated for Team Liquid, making this comeback happen all the way and not giving yourself a chance to win it out. And for Navi, it's, you know what, we've limped in the second half. It's been ugly. Things are falling apart. Let's get through it. Let's talk about those issues later. One more round. Everyone focus up. Timeout is called by Liquid, which gives Blade another chance to hop on the mic as well, as he's had to burn 3 timeouts just to get this 12th round.
We asked for the close finish, Jason. We're getting it.
True. It's coming down to some of these small details. That realization from Ultimate that the A bomb site was wide open, that nobody had eyes or information on that move.
It seemed to click eventually.
Yeah.
6 rounds in a row for Team Liquid is being brought to an end.
To be fair as well, remember, you know, there was a lot of pressure being put in mid. Emo was at the stairs towards Red Room. He got 1 kill. He was engaged with NAF. So if you're those 2 Donut players, you're kind of worried about some sort of fight coming in towards Donut, and trying to divide your attention just misses the timing. 12-11. I mentioned we hadn't seen Ultimate's op a whole lot. He got it in this round. He had it a couple rounds back, but he got his face ripped off without a kill to JL.
Oh, no. He's completely out mid. They haven't seen him finally. They clocked it. He's in the corner, but he's already done his damage. JKS is dead. Immo tries to follow up, but Twist with one of the most important kills. But the B bomb site, it's completely open.
Yeah, that play from Emo, the kill and sliding out caused so much chaos, probably so much panic in the comms of Team Liquid. They've blown a rotation, completely adjusted and moved out of the B bomb site, and now it's a retake scenario. But look at the Molotovs. Navi's got 2 more mollies when these smokes disappear. How do you retake against this?
Oh, Team Liquid, they brought it back. They bring it to the brink. But Navi might have just broken them right at the end. Wonderful, and JL stepping up here for Navi. Team Liquid bring it so close, but it is yet so far. Navi will get through. They will make it into the playoffs at the Intel Extreme Masters Rio 2024. There was moments of collapse, emotional despair, but eventually Navi do break through Liquid.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing for Navi. Again, the best teams in the world always find a way. Exactly what Navi did. It hit a critical point. Another timeout from Blade, a final timeout, and it whipped him back into shape to close this out with the final